My name is Chane Carter, and I am a financial educator. I am also the founder of Empower Financial Planning. I want to help people figure out what they make, what they spend, and what they owe so that they can be intentional about their financial priorities. I've been thinking a lot about investing. Well, I always think about investing, but specifically, I was thinking about how to talk about it in the Empower community. And the reason I hesitated to go into it in any depth was because we are always bombarded with all this information about investing. You should be doing this, you should be doing that, et cetera, et cetera. And I didn't want to be one of those voices for you guys. But the fact is, investing is kind of important. And whether we're talking about the stock market or investing in businesses or real estate or whatever it is that you are talking about, investing is important for your finances. So I'm going to do my best to go into some basic investing things. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos that are really good at explaining things related to investing. But I think sometimes we don't know who to trust. We don't know what questions to ask. And so that was part of the reason I created Empower, was that if you hear things, if you read things and you don't think they're quite right, or if you just want to learn more information about it, I want us to talk about it. I don't want anyone who I run across or who you all run across to leave confused. I want you to have enough knowledge to make your own choices and decisions. Let's make sure we're all on the same page here. Let's start with investing. Now, I know sometimes we hear investing and we get it mixed up with savings. I did a video on the difference between investing and savings, but essentially saving is to hold your money. It's not necessarily to grow it. It's not necessarily to make it do anything other than to have it. Investing, on the other hand, is to grow money, either by having income or by having something that appreciates or grows over time that you will then sell. So an investment is something that's going to either give you income or grow so that you can sell it later. Right? So that's investing. Now you can invest in real estate, you can invest in businesses, and you can invest in the stock market. You can invest in all kinds of things, cryptocurrency, all types of things. But the idea is that it's going to give you either income or it's going to grow over time. You're going to sell it and make a profit. So that's an investment. Now, I want to talk about stocks specifically. And for those who may be unclear, a stock represents ownership in a company. It means that you have purchased a certificate. Well, back in the day, they used to be certificates. Now they're not so much, but you have purchased an ownership stake or a share of the company. And when you sell that share, if that company is worth more, then your share is worth more. So the idea behind stock is that you buy it at some given point in time and it's worth one thing, and then you sell it at some other given point in time and it's worth something more, and you've sold it at a profit. So that's stock. Exchanges. So you hear about the stock exchange and it makes it sound like there's just one place where everybody goes to sell stocks. That's not the case at all. Actually, there are multiple stock exchanges, a lot of stock exchanges all across the world, and they're selling different types of stocks, different companies, international companies. They're selling other things other than stocks, but they are different exchanges. Think of those as like grocery stores, places where you can go and buy the stocks and other things that you're trying to buy. When we hear stock market, we think that's one place where stocks are being bought or sold. That's not it. They're being bought and sold on different exchanges, which is places that they're traded all over at any given time. So there's no one stock exchange. There's no one stock market. It's all of them put together. So I'm going to tell a story. A long time ago, only rich people had access to the stock exchange. You had to have what was known as a brokerage account, which is an account with a company that will buy and trade stocks, among other things. So the brokerage houses were only catering to people with a whole lot of money. People with a lot of money were able to open up these accounts and therefore go trade and therefore make money in stocks. Regular people like you and me did not have access to the brokerage accounts, the brokerage houses. So we couldn't do it. So we didn't have access. We weren't able to go trade and learn about the stock market. And I think that's how we got to where we are today, where people don't have a familiarity. People aren't familiar with the stock market. Over time, that changed. Technology took over and made trading stocks easier. People didn't have to physically go down to the stock market to make trades. It was done electronically. Now, there's a whole bunch of things that happened in between all of that. So let that be a simplified version of how we all got access to brokerage houses. So when I say brokerage houses, I'm specifically talking about accounts that you open up with Fidelity or with Vanguard. These are brokerage houses that will buy and trade stocks and other things on your behalf. So now that we all have access to a brokerage account, pretty much anyone can walk in or go online and open up a Fidelity or a Vanguard account. So I encourage people to open up regular accounts with regular old brokerage firms like Fidelity or Vanguard. And Vanguard and Fidelity are not paying me. I just find them to have low fees and be easy to deal with. So that's what I recommend. Anyway, I hope this helped. I hope you found it helpful and useful. If so, click like and subscribe to the channel. Also, I hope you'll join the Empower community on Facebook in the Facebook group. We are at Empower Financial, and that's where I talk, answer questions, provide information. If you guys want to interact with me, that's the place to do it. And yeah, I hope to see you guys around. Take care.